So, tell me about yourself. Seated across me was a lady that had a very strict demeanor. Should have been a stranger to me right up till that very moment. I could remember my palms sweating, my heart beating at what seems like 1,000 beats per hour, and the silence that seems to have gone on for eternity. When in reality, it was probably about 5 to 10 seconds long. Distinguished Toastmasters and guests, has this situation ever happened to you before? And if so, would anyone like to take a guess as to what situation you think I'm describing? Anyone?
Job interview?
Yes, you got it, absolutely. Job interview. With the question, tell me about yourself, that never gets old. Okay, personal opinion. I genuinely wonder, why do they bother asking us this question when our resume is literally right in front of them? Either way, this was how I answered in 2022 when I was conducting my job search. I'm Charlene. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Melbourne, majoring in Media and Communications. Before that, I was from Singapore Polytechnic's Diploma in Creative Writing for TV and New Media, where they taught us following valuable skills such as journalism, production, as well as documentary writing. I believe that my experiences in social media management as well as media research are what makes me the perfect candidate for the job. As you can see from what I have just described, no frills whatsoever, just an answer that will allow me to get that foot in and to secure that first job. And I think many members in the audience here would probably answer along those lines, of course, subject to industry. Now let's switch the scenario a little bit, shall we? Imagine that I'm no longer giving this speech, and it's currently break time, we're all mingling over coffee, over tea, over drinks, and one of you were to come up and ask me this question. Let's say Versman were to come up and ask me this question. Charlene, tell me about yourself. Now, this is how I would respond. I'm Charlene. I might be 24 in body, but honestly, I'm still a child at heart. A fun fact about me is that I have a soft toy in, well, my work desk, and that soft toy's name is called Nameless. Yup, you heard that right. I got Nameless from a hot pot restaurant as a free gift. Hot pot is one of my guilty pleasures. Yes, I heard a laugh. I think that's your guilty pleasure, so yay, hot pot lover. I'm Charlene. I would like to think that I have a foundation in public speaking, but there are definitely areas in which I can improve on. For example, my mouth sometimes goes 3 times faster than my mind. And this is why I sometimes speak like I'm about to catch a train. In fact, now that I'm speaking to you all, I think this is one of the slowest I've ever spoken in a public speech setting. So this is why I joined Toastmasters, to be able to learn from many people and to be able to be more intentional of the way I'm coming across to everyone. I'm Charlene, and like what I just mentioned, I do have a foundation in public speaking, but there are other areas in life in which I think I can improve on. For example, quite honestly, I'm sometimes not the best at making one-on-one connections with people. Sometimes in work settings, I feel that I'm a little bit hesitant in taking the lead at work. And this is why I joined Toastmasters, to be able to practice these skills in another setting. I see how during every meeting, there are many unique roles, and many people take on these unique roles so as to make the meeting a success. And this is something I definitely want to learn from. I'm Charlene. To be really honest, I spent a lot of time chasing academics when I was a student and chasing my job until I forget the most important thing, and that is to have a life. And this is why I joined Toastmasters, to have a life. Over the course of these couple of years, I should like to think that I developed some interests, for example, such as traveling, exercising, just to name a few. And I really hope that that made me a more well-rounded person. I'm Charlene, and just like many in this room, I've definitely had moments in life that I wish I could undo. There are times that I definitely haven't been the best daughter, I haven't been the best friend, I haven't been the best student, and haven't been the best colleague. However, there are many moments in life that I wish would last forever. For example, an intern who sent me a very heartfelt note on her last day, to the friends who go the extra mile to surprise me on my birthday, to my parents who have supported me every step of the way and supported me for that graduation, which allowed me to land that scary first job interview that I mentioned earlier. I believe that these are the moments that makes me uniquely Charlene. And with the theme of today's meeting and the discussions happening earlier, I think we can all agree that life is definitely a very precious one. Now that I'm done with my speech, I have a question for all of you. And you guessed it, tell me about yourself. What answer would you give? Would you give a polished one? Or would you give a raw and honest one? Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster.